Enter one and all, past the cloudy door, where wonderful things will happen that the world has never seen before.
In Dexter's laboratory lives the dopest nerd you've ever seen. One day he smoked some cannabis and had a dream. What if he could sesh with fandom's best in Dexter's Dab?
Hello, my friends. Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Nerdy Stoner Podcast with your favorite huggable stoner, Dexter, aka Stash Tokum. Yes, your eyes do not deceive you. I am finally back with another character episode, and I figure what better way to start it back up than to start where I first began with the Dragon of the West himself, Uncle Iroh. Now, the first time that I talked about Uncle Iroh, the episode was like 12 minutes long. I think I did like maybe three quotes by him, but we all know that he has way more wisdom to offer us. And I figure, what better person during these especially tough times than our favorite uncle to, give us some good life advice. But before, we dive into that, what's been going on with me? Let's see. Been interviewing a lot of people, obviously. Uh, it's been really awesome. I've also been able to be featured on some, or be a guest on some friend shows. I got to be a guest on Blurty Massacre as well as the Trap Nerds podcast recently. Both of those were a really good time. Definitely please go check those out and check their other episodes out as well because they're cool people. So I love them. What else? BlurCon panel that happened and that's posted. You can check that out. That was awesome. Really happy I got to do that another year and hope I get to do it again next year because I got something real special planned. We're going to do more than just talk about characters, we're going to get the audience involved. So, yeah, look forward to that. What else? Oh, I'm also going to be participating in the fourth annual MJ Connect CBD Cook Off. I'll be posting details about that on, my Chef Boyardex account. I'll also share it on my Nerdy Stoner account too, because share it everywhere. Fuck it. I want people to come out and support me. Um, excuse me. I have a main dish ready, and I'm also gonna try the drink category. Get my brush off my mixology skills. Um, yeah, but that's about it for everything that's been going on with me. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump to this episode. Uh, he needs no introduction. It's Uncle Iroh. If you haven't watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, or you don't know who Uncle Iroh is by now, like I don't know what to tell you. I usually try to give people like spoiler warnings and shit, but it's it's Avatar. Like just go watch it. It's awesome. And Iroh is awesome. Like he is my number one person that I would smoke with if I could, because yeah. So yeah, we're going back to the beginning. And speaking of back to the beginning, we're gonna go back to the same setting. We're going back to the Jasmine Dragon because it's a great spot, and yeah, we can drink some good tea there. But what is gonna be different is what we're going to be smoking on. Today, I figure for this OG dragon, let's smoke some Dragon OG. Dragon OG is going to be a sativa dominant hybrid cross between Red Dragon and OG Kush. The flavor and smell profile is going to be diesely and berry, so it's going to be a little gassy and sweet smelling. The effects that you're going to get from it are going to be relaxation, euphoria, mood boost, creativity. So it's going to be a really good strain for, just unwinding at the end of the day, or if you're looking to get into like a nice creative flow. And I think it's just going to be good for us for some nice relaxation today. The dominant terpenes in it are going to be limonene, myrcene, and caryophyllene. That's where you're going to get your relaxation as well as the sweetness that comes from it. um, yeah. And this time, instead of a joint, I figured let's smoke out of a bong because I the fuck not. I, I think Ira can handle himself a bong. And just like last time, just with a flick of his thumb, he can make a flame, light that shit, and we can inhale that shit. Yeah. So that's my perfect setting. And because it's, you know, we can chill outside, nice breeze, nice and quiet, and just smoke and talk. And speaking of quiet, that leads me into my first quote. Um, a moment of quiet is good for your mental well-being. Uh, yeah, it truly is. Like just moments of shutting off your brain, not having any outside stimuli, just kind of letting your mind flow is it's good for you. And there's no better way to do that than meditation. Um, I would be a hypocrite to tell you to meditate when I don't do that myself. Uh, I did it on and off in the past. Definitely something I'm going to get back into because it did wonders for my mental health and my mental well being. And it just helped me to focus a lot better and just kind of deal with my emotions and everything going on in the world a lot better. And I think just about pretty much everybody can benefit from meditation just because it's good and it's easy. Like a lot of people, myself included, either thought or used to think that you had to meditate for like 30, 45 minutes in order to receive these amazing benefits from it. But you start small. Like not everybody has time to sit still for an hour and just let their mind just be silent. You can start small. Start with 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute, 60 seconds. That's it. 60 seconds a day for 30 days. You'd be surprised the wonders that you can accomplish with that. So yeah, that's my advice. So yeah, let's both get back into meditation. How about that? And sorry, that was my computer. Uh, yeah, let's both get back into meditation. Um, because it's good for you and it's good to do good stuff for you. And not only is it good to do good stuff for yourself, but it's also good to do good things for other people. Because even when you are dealing with whatever shit you're dealing with in life, helping another person can honestly help you feel better. Or, as Ira would put it, sometimes the best way to solve your own problems is to help someone else. And I feel like that's needed now more than ever, especially with everything that's happening in the world. I ain't gonna go into too many details. Y'all know what's going on. Nobody's blind to it. Like, shit's fucked. And a lot of people are getting fucked over. So now is now is a really great opportunity or a great time to help somebody out when you can. I'm not saying you gotta like give away all of your money or anything like that, but if there's even something small you can do to help somebody, uh, buy somebody a meal that can't afford it. Maybe donate to somebody's GoFundMe that's whose family is suffering from all the shit that the tangerine tumor is doing in the White House. Um, help out somebody because it can help you, and you never know how that help will be reciprocated in the future. You helping out somebody today might lead them or somebody they know helping you out months down the line. Um, it all comes back. I am a true believer in karma, and that what you put out comes back to you like a boomerang. Boomerang, just like Sokka. Don't mind me, but yeah, helping people is it's good. It's important because when you help someone, you can also teach them, and you can learn something from somebody trying to help you. You know, um, especially like I said, in today and a time when it seems like those in power are trying to really divide us. I feel like it's important to, you know, come together and learn as much as we can from one another to help each other out. Um, yeah, or as Iro would put it is important to draw wisdom from many different places. You know, there are a lot of different people around us, a lot of different people we can learn different things from, a lot of important things, especially, with how information is being handled these days and how there's so much fake shit out there. You don't really know who to trust. Like, it's good to learn who you can trust and learn different things from different people, because you can learn a lot of useful shit out there. um I've definitely learned my fair share of things from people, whether it be cooking or content creation. Hell, even just learning about a different anime is always cool. The the thing you want to remember is just, never hurts to connect. And I think that's also another really big lesson in that, is that it's good to connect with other people, because that's how you learn and grow. That's how we help each other grow. Um, yeah. So let's let's do that. In spite of them wanting us all divided, you know let's come together. But speaking of them, um, yeah, fuck them. All these people that are in power. We've seen this time and time again throughout history. People taking over and oppressing and dominating people, just like the Fire Nation did in Avatar. Um, but time and time again, people come back and they basically take these people out. Not metaphorically, and I guess literally. You know what I'm trying to say. Basically, we're gonna bounce back from this. I truly, truly believe that we will. Like, shit's fucked. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I believe somehow, some way, we're gonna bounce back from this and come back even stronger and you know better. Um, and after that happens, people ain't gonna forget. This is gonna Everything that's happening right now is gonna go down in history books for. It's gonna be etched in the history books. And nobody's gonna forget, because you know, uh, you don't fuck with the wrong people. Or as Ira would say when he was talking to our lovely Admiral, be careful what you wish for, Admiral. History is not always kind to its subjects. Meaning that the people that are being oppressed and targeted right now, they somehow, some way, they're gonna be able to fight back. And y'all gonna be upset when that happens. The people in power, y'all know who you are. Yeah. Because y'all care about the wrong things. Like, uh, you, as basically, just as Iro put it, perfection and power are overrated. Um, yeah, it pretty much speaks for itself. Like, I I just don't fathom how people who hoard people. I just don't understand people who hoard wealth. Like, I don't mean to go off on a tangent here, but I just I really don't get it. Like, what is the point? Why? Why? You literally can do so much with this money. Like, just yeah. Anyways, now I know. Now, kind of going back to what I said about us getting through these dark times. Like, again, I really believe that we're gonna get through this somehow, some way or another. Um, I don't know how, but I don't know. I got hope. And I feel like that's another thing that they want. They want us to feel hopeless. They want us to, not see any potential good or anything that is, going to happen, no, any good future. But it's, and you know what, it's really easy to do that when you're just bombarded all the time with all this negative shit in the news and on the internet. But there is good out there. Um, there are good things happening. There are positive things happening in the world despite all the bad shit that's going down. Um, yeah, there are people helping people out there. There are people doing good things. You just gotta look for it. Um, as Ira would say, and if you look for the dark, that is all you ever see. So, I feel like that's another one that pretty much speaks for itself. Like, it's very easy to look at all the doom and gloom and stuff. I feel like it's really hard to look at the light. Like, I'm not saying ignore the bad that's going on, but I'm also saying don't let that bad make you think that everything is bad, because it's not. There is some good shit going on, and you know maybe that's what gives me hope. Just a little bit of good that's happening in this world despite all the shit that we're going through. I like to think that someday this good is gonna just suddenly explode throughout our country and or even the world, and it's just gonna things are just gonna get better and better for people. Like, I like to think that everything happening right now, all these people being the way that they are, exposing themselves, their true nature, it's gonna backfire. Going back to the other quote with the admiral, his history subjects are not going to forget this, and when whenever we bounce back from this, these people are going to be the ones that are going to be fucked, and I can't wait to see it personally. Like, I'm not one to generally wish ill upon other people, but no, I also believe in karma, and these people got to come into them. But yeah, back to what I was saying. If you look for the dark, that's all you're ever gonna see. So look for the light, because there is some, and I think that the best way to put it is with yet another Ira quote. Duh. This is probably one of my absolute, if not my favorite quote by him. Um, it goes, "In the darkest times, hope is something you give yourself. That is the meaning of inner strength." And I like to think about that quote a lot whenever I'm, going through some rough times or, stuff like that. Because it also goes along with the quote, one of the quotes that I said in the very first episode about going through the dark tunnel and keep moving through the dark tunnel and finding a better place. Like, I truly believe that we're somehow going to make it out of this. And I don't know if any of this is, you know, helping, but I hope it does. This is me trying to put my good back in. This is me trying to put some good out into the world. This is me trying to, connect with people that I would normally connect with, to, you know, learn from others or help other people learn from me. Um, this is my little light in the darkness that I'm hoping can help guide some people through all this chaotic shit that we're going through in the world. Because again, we need each other now more than ever, and a better way to connect with people than over the internet. um, yeah, it's kind of funny. I feel like I'm meant to do this. uh, Feels a little weird saying that out loud, but at the same time, it doesn't. Like, it feels natural, I guess. Make be a good way of putting it. It feels good, and I'm happy to do it. All right, folks, I got two more quotes for you today. The first one is destiny is a funny thing. You never know how things are going to work out. Um, and yeah, it's pretty self explanatory. Like, no matter what's going on in life, you truly never know what's going to happen or how things can change for you or the people around you. You never know, like, you might think that you're on one path for something and something happens and it's like, oh, I guess I was actually meant to do this. Um, I feel like a good example is, for me, at least for me, is my podcast. Like, at first, I thought in the beginning I would just be, talking about getting high with characters and that's it. Like, we just laugh and joke and stuff. But it turned into something more. It turned into, me sharing life lessons from these characters, from all different types of characters, and I'm happy with how it turned out. Like, I'm happy doing this, and I again going back to feeling like I was supposed to be doing this. I feel like this is kind of always how it was supposed to be. Um, and also, getting to interview people too. Like, I did not see that coming. Didn't see me, being able to talk to a lot of the creatives I've gotten a chance to talk to, and it's great. And because I'm really happy that it's how things have worked out. And I want to ask you, in your life, what's something that you thought was going to go one way but wound up going another way, and it actually wound up being for the better? Because I feel like a lot of us have had those experiences, and it does good to think back on those experiences, especially when you're working towards something and things just aren't going your way. You know, maybe they're meant to go another way. You never know. What I'm saying is, try looking at it from a new perspective, because maybe the thing that you're trying to do isn't what you're meant to do. Yeah. And the final quote for today is life happens wherever you are, whether you make it or not. And another self explanatory one. No matter what happens in life, it's going to keep moving. 5 years from now is going to be 5 years from now, no matter what you do. So make the most of the time you got. Love your loved ones. Go after your dreams. Don't let all this shit get to you. Um, Things are going to get better. I really believe that. Yeah. Glad I got to do this again. Yeah. A little awkward, but hey, brushing off the dust. I'm gonna get the hang of this again. Uh, got a better way of like writing things out so that it's better for me and won't take me as long. Because before I was like writing out full scripts and trying to read them verbatim, but that didn't really feel right. Especially doing it on camera because I'm like looking away and trying to read something instead of like looking at you. So yeah, it's nice. I like the formula that I got down. And you know what? I wouldn't have learned this unless I, didn't connect with, some fellow content creators. So boom, there you go. Connect with other people, learn shit from them, and teach them something too. I'm sure you have plenty of stuff you can teach somebody. Um, but yeah, I don't think I missed any updates or anything. Yeah, got more characters planned. Um, I'll be doing them more frequently, promise. You know what? I'll even tell you the next one that I have planned. So if anybody, if I'm slacking, somebody can be like, oh, hey, where's this character? Uh, Next one is gonna be Sailor Moon. Ta-da! Yeah, So that's going to be out, I don't know, 2 weeks from now. So the 30th. Yeah, I'm putting it out there. 30th Sailor Moon episode. It's coming out. Let's do this. Yeah. Um, Good. Make sure you guys go check out the episodes on Bloody Massacre and Trap Nerds that I got to be on. Great folks, love my cousins. Um, Cook Off, check that out or come through. Try my delicious food. I've been known to chef it up here and there. What else? Yeah, leave me some comments. I don't talk to. I don't think I think I only talked to like maybe a couple of people that have listened that like I don't personally know. But yeah, leave me some comments. Talk to me. Tell me a character you want me to talk about. Is there somebody that you or a character that you love quotes from? I'd love to prescribe some weed to them and talk about them. So yeah, or just say hello. Tell me what you think about the show. Tell me how your day is going. Um, tell me something good that's going on in your life. How about that? Tell me something good, and I will share it next episode. I won't put your details out there. I'm just gonna, I wanna start showing. I want to start talking about good things that are happening. So maybe, I'll have something good that's going on in my life that I'll be able to tell you. Yeah, of course, like, share, follow. Maybe you got a friend or a family member that could use a pick me up or a laugh, and maybe this will do it for them. So that'd be cool. Um, yeah, that's about it. Until next time, people. Uh, med- medicate, meditate, hydrate, and be great. Bye.